I feel like happiness in today's society is a really important thing to talk about because it's something that we all want, but not many of us actually have it. And you see stuff on social media, people, influencers talking about it. Do this one thing for happiness. And I realize, like, for me personally, all those things have done absolutely nothing. You see those things, you try them, but then they're not sustainable and blah, blah, blah. And so I thought it was a good point to talk about because in the past, my happiness baseline would fluctuate up and down all around town. And it was kind of like, let's just say 15-year-old me, like pretty low baseline because maybe my habits weren't the best. I was playing a lot of Xbox and doing some stuff like that. So maybe my happiness was pretty low. Then something would happen, like a girl would like text me who I didn't think would. Relatable to us 15-year-old guys are struggling, right? And then my happiness would go really high and then it would come back down. And my happiness, I'd say from like 14 to pretty recently, I'd say 14 to 19, 20, it was kind of like that, where it's like my happiness would depend on external things happening to me, which I think I realize is not the way to do it. Because the way I look at happiness right now is my happiness baseline is really good, and it's kind of like there's a rubber band attached to it where it'll go down, it'll go up, but the rubber band is so strong, so rigid that if it goes down, it'll come right back up, and if it goes to a crazy high level, it'll come back down and stay at a very sustainable, good level, right? And so I realized I was thinking about that when I was driving home from the gym today. And side note, I think that going to the gym, when you finish a good workout and you're driving home, AC blasting, you're just at such a calm, relaxed state of mind. You kind of have gotten rid of all the external noise that you actually can focus on the present moment and you can have some really clear and insightful thoughts. And so I feel like a lot of you can relate to that because a lot of us on this channel, we're obviously like big gym rats and we enjoy that process, right? So what I realized was for me, happiness comes from doing. And for me, those things are sticking to my diet, sticking to my training, sticking to my sleep, being able to do creative work like editing videos, like telling a story with music, with emotions. I used to post a lot of reels. All that is like kind of that creative outlet for me. And then on top of that pyramid would be spending time with friends and family. And for me personally, I realized that doing all those things, that has made me into a genuinely happy person because in the past I was looking at happiness and trying to get it from every single other person, trying to grab it from this person, grab it from that person, grab it from this situation, which ultimately left me feeling empty inside because it wasn't created from me. And if I can't be happy just being myself, I'm never going to be happy with anybody else. So I was like in relationships in the past and I guess we'll leave it at just at one thing. Relationships in the past, and it's like I wasn't happy with me, which made it a very unhealthy thing for me because I was trying to get happiness from those people. And it was just unhealthy because I relied on those people for that happiness, right? Which is just not a way you want to think about it, not a way you want to think about life. And so if you're struggling right now watching this video, you're like, Alex, man, like I wish my happiness was better. I'm trying to be as true to my beliefs, morals, and values, but it's just not there. I tell you to just keep doing those things, have your beliefs, your morals, your values, map out 5 things that genuinely make you happy, that come from within you, and just stick to those things because it's not going to always be up, it's not always going to be peachy, rosy, all that stuff, but if you're sticking to your routine, that creates a sense of happiness. You can be proud in that because a lot of people can't stick to those routines, and if you can start with that and be happy by yourself, then when you're with other people, it's just going to be an even better, healthier state for you, and then you're going to be okay having a quiet night, having a Friday night by yourself, because as much as you enjoy spending time with people, you can be happy by yourself too. And so I wanted to just make that video and mention that like it's something that you're working on, and I'm obviously still working on it, but I was like, you know what, like I'm just pretty happy. I can be happy after a good workout driving home, no music, AC blasting, and just being joyful. Because if we can find reasons to be like sad and depressed with day-to-day life, like let's also be able to find reasons to be happy. Because a happier person is probably a more successful person because people want to be around that person. He's going to be more motivated to get stuff done. And so create that happiness for you. Like write down those things you enjoy and do those things every single day and be happy by yourself so that you can be happy with other people. I haven't been on it much lately, but I was learning the guitar. And for me, relating to that kind of creative outflow, that creative space, being able to try playing the guitar and learning that, that was enjoyable for me too. And so happiness is something we're always working on, right? There's not going to be a magic thing, but if you can stay true to your vision, your morals, your values, I promise you it's going to work out. Because another thing that I was reflecting on lately was that, like, 16 to 21 now, like at 16, I would have been so proud of me if I knew that I had this life that I have for myself at 21. But I don't really know how I got there. It was kind of just like literally me staying true to my morals, values, beliefs, staying true to me, staying true to Alex, and it kind of worked out. And I'm very proud of what I have now. Living in Miami, great group of friends, happy with life, a great physique. Like, I'm proud of all that stuff. And so that's actually reassuring, because now that I think about, 25 coming up in a few years, it's kind of like, shoot, like, that's crazy. I hope I got my life in check. But it's like, no, slow down a second. You've been literally doing everything you wanted to do leading up to 21. I know that it's going to be like that at 25, because I'm only getting stronger, better, smarter, more knowledgeable. And if I was able to, at 16, being an idiot, being able to make it to 21 and being proud and happy there, imagine how good it's going to be at 25. If you've done something before and you've succeeded before, you can do it again. And I think that on its own is so damn powerful, because I feel like we have so much self-doubt in the world today. We don't think we can do certain things. We do those things. We try them, but we have that person in our mind telling you you're gonna fail. You're not gonna be able to succeed. And I think it's about being able to brush that off your shoulder. You're in that fight, instead of being 16-year-old Alex who would get punched in the face and would leave the match crying because he was like, oh, I got hit. Now 21-year-old Alex is in that fight. He gets punched in the face. He just like shakes it off and he gets right back in there. So yeah, it's kind of like this. Columbus, when he was coming to the New World, he had a plan in mind. He knew where he wanted to go, but no one had ever been there before. Europe to the New World. How was he going to do it? He had that destination in mind, and he just kind of kept moving forward one day at a time. And there were probably events along the way that we don't know about that made him have to correct course, but those failures, those lessons just taught him more about the ocean and made him a better sailor as he approached the New World. And so everything you're going through right now, I promise you, find a way to like grasp it and realize that this is actually probably a great thing that you're going through right now, and it's probably making you a better person. Because almost every single hardship I've went through in my life on a long enough time horizon, I'm like, you know what, that thing sucked. That thing was so damn hard. But I'm glad I went through it, because it made me a better person, and it made me the person I am today. Because a strong man has went through stuff in his life. It's not all been peachy rosy, that everything has always been yes. I love it when people say no. I love it when people don't give me time, when people doubt me, because it makes me realize that I'm not that person yet, and I'm going to keep working and have something to work for. So, yeah, I promise you, bro, it's going to get better. Keep your head up pushing. Take it one day at a time and keep the right people around you. That's really important. Environment is everything, right? But more importantly, drown out that noise. We got so much going on in the world today with social media, with every single thing. You're being bombarded with information. Drown out that noise. Create a vision for you, a clean space where you can focus. And just keep moving forward, brother. I promise it's going to get better. You just got to keep moving forward, and you got to believe in yourself. Because if you don't believe in yourself and can't be happy with yourself, why should anyone believe in you? And why should anyone want to be with you? That's what I got. Hope you have a great day, bro. Keep moving.